information influx, some of it is a result of globalization. We have more things happening, we have more shows, we have more everything, more websites. That influx of information, I would argue that it might cause less things that we have in common with people around us. So one of the reasons we defer or going online, because we have less things to talk with other people. There is less and less things we have in common with other people, especially around us. The probability of you having something to talk about with person around you is diminishing with time, because there is more and more information and everyone is consuming more different types of information. Therefore, we are less able to connect with other people because we just don't like, or we don't even talk about the same ideas, and not let alone that we will agree about the same idea. So let's take, like, if we're on the same subject. So we have the two problems. First of all, we don't have anything to talk with other people, so we're not even on the same subject. We like subject A and they like subject B. And even if we both like subject A, we're not necessarily agreeing about it, and it's harder to talk about it. Some people are like to argue about it, but this is not most people. Most people would like to be on the same page on some things, at least. So this is some of the cost of globalization, and this is one of the reasons why people go online again, because there they can find people in the same stage, or that they have the same views about this matter, or at least close to it. So in some way, this is the cost of globalization. Influx of information, we always think it's good, but there is a cost of this type of influx of information. Influx of information is not always good. There is too much information and people are not on the same page. So that's why it would be, or might be, harder for people to connect with other people. It's just too different. And you can say, oh, but everyone likes those new shows. For example, let's take Game of Thrones. Yeah, many people like Game of Thrones and they can talk about it. But first of all, it's only one thing. And again, it's like how much? I think they have like a 50 million people watch it. It's still not as much. And more than that, it's not as important for people to talk about it. So Game of Thrones, yeah, it's important and everything, but people want to talk on something that has more meaning to it. So I'm sure many people talk about Game of Thrones because this is kind of a common dominator. But they need something more, and the something more is less and less happening. And Game of Thrones is done, so there is less and less things that all people are watching. So we need more of that in some way. I'm not talking about no solution here. We just need to think about it. And that's it.